Google just added AI Max to your shopping campaigns, and everyone's focused on the two features Google is promoting, but they're totally missing the one that actually really matters. Let me show you what it really does and why it might change how you structure your whole account. There's a lot of noise online about this one right now, so I'm going to give you the straight story from someone who's been running real e-commerce accounts with Google Ads every single day. Hi, my name is Daryl, and I've been running a Google Ads agency called Big Flare for over 13 years now. On this channel, I share the latest e-commerce Google Ads strategies straight from the trenches. And here's where I'll take you in this video. I'm going to show you the AI Max for shopping feature that Google is barely talking about, the one that hands you two of the best performing parts of Performance Max without the trap that comes with it. I'll show you which settings you need to dial in before you turn any of this on, and I'll show you why this might just change the way you decide between standard shopping and Performance Max for good. All right, with that said, let's dive into it. So let's break down, what does AI Max for shopping actually do? At its core, it bolts a set of AI-powered features onto your standard shopping campaigns. And Google is really touting two of these features as the big highlights. The first highlight feature is text customization. What this feature does is it lets Google rewrite or add to your product title depending on what the person actually searched for. So it pulls information from your Merchant Center feed and tweaks the title to make it more relevant to that specific query. And it's built to perform in the newer search experience too, like AI overviews and AI mode. The second highlight feature is final URL expansion. This one lets Google override the landing page you set and sends the click to whatever page on your site it thinks will convert best. So those are the two features Google is putting front and center. But here's the one that isn't shining through in how Google is talking about this. It's an undersold feature. When you turn on AI Max for shopping, your shopping campaign can now decide to show search text ads instead of just shopping ads. That's right, this feature enables search text ads served right out of your shopping campaign, and those text ads are built off of your landing pages and your product feed. Now here's the thing to understand. It's those two headline features working together that unlock this. In Google's own words, final URL expansion advances your eligibility beyond basic shopping ads so the campaign can serve hybrid text and product formats. And Google is clear that final URL expansion needs text customization switched on alongside it. So that's the real reason those two features actually matter, in my opinion. It's not about your shopping ads at all, it's that together, they are what unlock search ads out of your shopping campaign. On top of that, you get improved distribution into AI placements. A big part of the whole purpose of AI Max is to show your ads more often in places like AI overviews and AI mode. So hold that thought, because that undersold feature is the real story here. I'll come back to it because it's potentially a big deal. But first, let me explain why those two headline features, the ones Google is heavily promoting, will actually only have a minor impact on your shopping ads specifically. Now, both of those features are good and they'll help a bit, in my opinion, but for your shopping ads themselves, the impact is going to be small. Let me start with text customization. Yes, it customizes your product title to match the search, but the product title just doesn't have a huge impact on whether someone clicks. Think about what actually drives the click and CTR in shopping. It's the image, it's the price, and it's the annotations, things like strike-through pricing, a sale badge, or free shipping. That's where people's eyes gravitate towards. The title's real job isn't really to get the click at all. The title's job is the targeting, what searches you show up for in the first place. So tweaking the title to match the query, it makes a difference, but a relatively small one. Now let me do final URL expansion. For shopping itself, this barely moves the needle either, and the reason is simple. In shopping, the default landing page is already the best one. It's the exact product page for the exact product the person searched for. The traffic is people searching for that specific product, so the click is already going to the right place. It's going to be very hard for Google to find a better page than the exact product page for someone searching for that exact product. So the two features Google is heavily promoting equal a minimal impact on the shopping ads themselves. In fact, in Google's own documentation that they've released, they've touted the fact that this feature gets up to a 5% improvement in conversions and overall performance. 5% is not a huge deal, and also Google usually overvalues these numbers in their marketing. So that's why I want to redirect your attention to the third feature, the one that's undersold. This is the part of the video that actually matters, and the best way to understand why is to compare it to Performance Max. When you run Performance Max for e-commerce, Google places your ads across a whole spread of placements. You've got YouTube, you've got display, you've got Google search text ads, you've got Google shopping ads, you've got Gmail, and you've got Maps. Now here's what we almost always find when we run PMax for e-commerce. The best performing placement is shopping ads, no question, no doubt. And the second best is normally search text ads. Both of those two channels normally perform really well and at a good ROAS. Then it's often a bit of a coin toss as to whether display, YouTube, Gmail, Maps, and the rest of the platform perform well at all. So the two placements you actually want in most cases are shopping ads and search text ads. And this is exactly why we sometimes run a PMax feed-only campaign. A feed-only campaign focuses on shopping ads only. To do it, you strip out all of your assets, so it no longer shows on YouTube, display, Gmail, Maps, or search. But here's my long-standing bugbear with Performance Max. PMax forces an all or nothing choice on your assets. Either you go full assets, which means all placements, or you go no assets at all, which means shopping only. Google doesn't let you do just search assets. You can't say, I want just shopping plus search, which are the two best things. So my workaround for years has been to run feed-only PMax for the shopping side, and then make sure my search campaigns are really well built out, so I can still capture all that valuable search traffic separately. Now here's what's genuinely interesting about AI Max for shopping. In theory, it gives you the best stuff only. Your standard shopping campaign still focuses only on Google search results. It doesn't suddenly start showing on Gmail, Maps, display, or YouTube, or any of those visual surfaces. But with this one button ticked for AI Max for shopping, you can now get search text ads bolted onto your shopping campaign as well. So that's the two best performing e-commerce placements in one campaign prioritized, without the all or nothing PMax asset trap. And you get a double benefit out of this. One, your campaign now shows in search text ads as well, which can perform really well. And two, you improve your distribution into these AI placements, AI mode and AI overviews. Both of those things are genuinely good things. And that's why this feature, AI Max for shopping, is more interesting than first it looks. Now, before I show you the settings you need to get right before you turn any of this on, let me quickly mention something for those of you who'd rather not be the one wrangling all of this, because this stuff is moving fast and it takes real time to stay on top of. My agency BigFlair offers fully done for you Google Ads management for e-commerce businesses. If you'd rather have a pro take over the day-to-day, set up things like AI Max for shopping the right way for you, and optimize your account consistently for growth, that's exactly what we do at BigFlair. There's a link in the description down below where you can book a time to talk with me personally, and we'll work out whether my team can help grow your business. You'll get a free, no obligation Google Ads growth plan, so there's genuinely nothing to lose. If you're in need of fully managed Google Ads help, drop me a line via the link below in the description and we'll talk it out. All right, now back to it. Let's talk about the settings you need to get right. So here's the reframe, and this is important. Remember, those two headline features that I told you were only minor improvements when it comes to the shopping ads specifically. I do think though that you will want to turn both the features on, both text customization and final URL expansion. But this is not because of what they do for your shopping ads, but because of what they do for your text ads. Let me explain. When you've got both text customization and final URL expansion switched on, that's how you get your opportunity to show search text ads out of your shopping campaign. Take final URL expansion first. Your shopping ads don't really need it because the product page is already the right page, but the text ads absolutely do need it. When your campaign is showing a text ad, the system really needs final URL expansion to find the best page on your site to send that click to. Now take text customization. That's what lets the system customize the ad copy to match the query for those text ads. So the features that Google frames as improving your shopping ads actually do their real work powering the text ad expansion. That's why you want them switched on. Now, this is where AI Max for shopping becomes more work than people expect, and that's actually kind of the point. Because once you've got auto-generated text ads in the mix, you need to put in guardrails so that AI doesn't go crazy. So let me walk you through the settings that matter here. The first one is called text guidelines, and I think these are a required part of this strategy. You should absolutely have these dialed in when you're running AI Max for shopping. Text guidelines let you give the system natural language direction on what you do and don't want in your text copy. So they act as guardrails so that the copy the system creates and updates isn't running without limits. It's the same idea as the text guidelines in AI Max for search, and because the system is actually generating text ads here, that guidance really matters. So get your text guidelines right first. The next setting is URL exclusions. This one pairs really well with final URL expansion. Since you're using final URL expansion, especially to power those text ads, URL exclusions are important because they let you tell the system which pages to stay away from. You can negate things like your contact page, your privacy policy, and potentially your blog pages. That keeps the system focused on your highest intent pages, the ones that actually convert. It's a sensible and useful setting. The next one is brand settings, and this is a really nice addition. Brand settings let you set brand inclusions and exclusions, and this makes segmenting brand versus non-brand in shopping a whole lot easier. Let me explain how we've handled this in the past. Where it's appropriate, one structure we use is a separate, higher priority, non-brand shopping campaign where you negate the non-brand terms, and due to the way you've structured these negatives and priorities, you get the effect that brand traffic mostly flows into the brand shopping campaign, and the same goes for the non-brand traffic. And going forwards, we'll probably still do it that way, but now we've also got an additional brand setting as an extra lever. So on your non-brand campaign, you can exclude your brand, and on your brand campaign, you can include only your brand. It's a really good additional tool for brand and non-brand shopping segmentation. Now, the last piece is the reporting, which has genuinely improved. There's now more retail-centric reporting, including a brand new asset report. Inside that asset report, there's a tab called Expanded Final URL Assets. And this is where you'll actually see how the text customization feature is performing, so you can tell whether it's serving you well or not. You'll see which landing pages it's actually sending that traffic to, and crucially, this allows you to remove assets that are not performing. So if the system has created something that doesn't align with your brand or just simply isn't performing, you can remove it from the campaign. That makes it a genuinely useful new report, and it's where a lot of your ongoing work is going to happen now. So here's the shift that I want you to take away. This is not a fire and forget toggle. This one deserves active work. First, you get your guardrails set, your text guidelines, your URL exclusions, and your brand settings. Make sure those are all set up the moment you launch. Then you watch that new reporting and you prune what the system generates. So you're monitoring AI Max for shopping specifically as its own thing in your account. And the bigger your account and your spend, the more that attention is worth. And I want to quickly reinforce one thing here. Feed quality is just becoming more and more important day by day, and that's something I've been banging on about for quite a while. And now it underpins all this auto-generated stuff too. The text customization pulls from your feed, and the text ads lean on your feed and your landing pages. So that old principle, garbage in, garbage out, now extends to your landing page and product feed as well. Now, I won't dwell on this because the structural story is the headline today, but just know that a clean feed and good landing pages are the foundation that everything else is built on here. Now, this is where it gets really interesting strategically, because this might change the whole equation of when you go standard shopping versus PMax with full assets versus PMax feed only. For a long time, those were our only three choices. But now there's a fourth choice, standard shopping with AI Max for shopping bolted on. And I think this fourth choice might now start taking priority over the PMax feed only choice. Here's my reasoning. Feed only PMax focuses on shopping only, but what we've always actually wanted is shopping plus search. And standard shopping with AI Max can now do exactly that. So this might genuinely decrease the need for feed-only PMax. Now, I need to caveat this clearly. This all is my read of the documentation and announcements from Google. I do need to test this and see the actual data from the tests before I reach a final conclusion. So treat this as a strong hypothesis, not a verdict. The tested, data-driven video comes later, once we've actually run this across our client accounts. All right, so let me leave you with exactly what to do depending on where you stand. If you've got beta access right now, here's your order of operations. Test out the feature, switch it on now, but make sure to also do the following. First, dial in your text guidelines so the AI generates text that is in line with your brand and offer. Then turn on text customization and final URL expansion. Then set up your brand settings and your URL exclusions. And then monitor that new asset report and prune it if anything in there doesn't fit. Now, if you don't have it yet, and that's probably going to be most people at time of publishing this video, since it's a closed beta, your job is simply to be ready. Get your feed in shape, get your landing pages in shape, and start thinking now about what your text guidelines should say. If you've got a Google rep, you can ask them about the beta access if you want it early. But either way, it's coming for everyone eventually, so you're going to be making this decision at some point, either now or later. Now, as I mentioned, there is going to be a follow-up video later after me and my team have fully tested AI Max for shopping. So if you want to be in the know and not miss that next video, be sure to hit the subscribe and bell notification so that you'll know exactly when it comes out. All right, that's it for this one. Good luck with your campaigns. I'll see you on the next one.